Hello, my name is Brandon, and welcome to Retro Reactions, a place where I experience amazing music from the 70s, 80s, and 90s for the very first time. And today we have another new artist alert for the channel. Yes, we're traveling all the way back to 1972 to listen to Smoke on the Water by Deep Purple. Don't really know anything about this band, but definitely heard of them because back in the days when I would spend hours in Tower Records perusing, looking for Depeche Mode records, whose name would be right next to them but Deep Purple. So anyway, let's check it out. Okay, so obviously I've heard that guitar riff. I think it's hugely popular, at least in my generation and backwards. Don't know where I've heard it, probably on TV or somewhere in pop culture, maybe on the radio, who knows. But very famous, very, very catchy guitar riff there. And again, it's just driving the whole song. So, wow. Just a super cool, powerful rock song. I would have assumed that based on the riff that I already knew. Love the tempo here and just the great rock groove here. Really cool. Loving that dirty organ on the right side. It almost sounded like a guitar. It was so like intense and again, very different. Usually organ, even if it's powerful, just sounds more like an organ. But again, very dirty sounding. Love it. Great chorus, very memorable, and I love the harmonies and the backing vocals going on in that chorus. Looks like all the vocal duties are done by Ian Gillan. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. I love the grit in his voice, perfect for a song like this, especially the grit in the lower register. Usually we hear grit in the higher register like Robert Plant, but loving the deeper grit in his voice in those sections. He does some cool vocal tricks here and there. I like that. Also great drumming and bass. Those drum fills, very powerful. Very impactful. Just a cool, cool rock song all around. So let's continue. Just take it out there. I can see why this is I assume, a very hugely popular song based on, again, knowing that riff. Really, really excellent. So, of course, with a great rock song, you got to have a great guitar solo. We definitely got that. But this one was different. It hit differently. Normally in a guitar solo, that's the main focus. That's what I hear. That's what stands out. But, it was really working together with the bass and drums all equally, and they almost like they all were having their own solo together, if that makes sense. I just noticed the bass and drumming combined with a great guitar solo all as one piece together, and that was very, very memorable. Wow, love that. Anyway, again, vocals amazing, super intense and super powerful bass lines here. I love the melody that was written for the bass. It really stood out, and I know it changed up a few times, which often happens with bass lines, but just love that. And normally I don't notice the bass on every song and every rock song, but I definitely did here. So great song. I'm going to check out the lyrics and be right back. So I find it really interesting that this song is discussing the 1971 fire at the Montreux Casino. Never knew that happened, and never knew that this song was about that. So, wow, I learned a lot today. Apparently someone fired a flare gun in the audience towards a rattan ceiling, and obviously the whole place caught on fire. The smoke from the fire, spread over Lake Geneva, and the band watched from their hotel as all of this ensued, and apparently that's what inspired the song, and of course the title, The Smoke from the Fire and Traveling Over the Lake. So, wow. Here's another great example. Had that not happened, this song would not have been born, I'm sure, because it wouldn't have happened. There wouldn't have been smoke on the water. And really interesting. Wow. I love that the song is telling the story of its own creation. They're discussing the events of the fire, but they're also discussing events of, having to change locations 2 additional times just to record this album. They ended up in two hotels, but the second one they set up in an old hotel, I guess. And wow, they managed to bring out this amazing song, create this amazing song inspired by that time. And apparently the whole album's amazing, I read. So probably don't know any other songs besides this one now from Deep Purple. But really excited to see more and see what kind of other style they have. If they have rockier songs, funkier, bluesier, more ballads. I love a good ballad, so I'm sure I'll be exploring them in the future. Anyway, a few more notes here in case you guys don't know the story of, the true story of what happened during this fire. Apparently it happened during a Frank Zappa concert, and so obviously there's a reference to him in the lyrics. Apparently Claude Nobbs, who was the founder of the Montreux Jazz Festival, was instrumental in helping rescue people, or at least making sure everybody got out, and also helpful in trying to put out the fire. I think he used some hoses and, probably broke windows, and, he was the leader. He really stepped in there. So kudos to him. And thanks to everyone's efforts, it looks like there was 0 deaths in the fire. And surprisingly, only 3 people were injured enough to go to the hospital. So it's kind of a miracle in my opinion. Wow, what a story. All right, love this amazing classic rock song. I'm going to rate it 5 golden records. Yes, for Smoke on the Water, 1972, Deep Purple. Dun, 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 dun. All right, so this song kind of reminded me of that. Another famous guitar riff, and I don't know who that is. So guys, let me know who sings that one. Just reminded me of that. So anyway, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching, especially if you made it to the end here. Really appreciate all your support. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment down below if you wish to chat with me about Deep Purple, this amazing song, or any of your other favorites. You guys always let me know, and that really helps me make my future selections. Anyway, you take care, stay safe, stay hydrated, and remember to let peace, calm, and light into your day and night. And I'll see you next time in the past.